Hi, this is Max Verstappen, and you're listening to Speed City.
Welcome back to the fastest hour in radio, Speed City.
Engines, but let's open up the exhaust. Let's let them run to 13.5 again.
Yeah.
You know,
Or higher. Yeah, higher the better.
I just think that what they've got to do, Formula One, for the future is be careful that they don't lose touch with what made them as important as they are as a sport, which is production racing, production cars. So in other words, we had a few years ago, we had a time where really there wasn't a lot of relevance besides Ferrari in Formula One. Yes, you had engine manufacturers, and you, as Adam just pointed out, you had the emblem of Nissan or Aston Martin, but they were nowhere near as an actual company. So I think this is a good counterpoint. Having Porsche and Audi as part of Formula One and having technology that is relatable, because that's where Formula E have stolen a march. I don't like Formula E. I've said it all along. I'm not a fan, but they have got the manufacturer backup because that's the way the industry's going. We're going to be driving electric cars. We are driving electric cars. The future is that way, and technology and Formula One have always been in line. And they've got to maintain that. So these rules do show that they are making an effort to be, as promised, sustainable, a non-carbon a non-carbon footprint as much as they can in a sport that's almost impossible to do so.
What were you going to say, Adam?
No, it's going to have a lot of carbon fiber. But no, but absolutely. No, I agree, too. And my thing is here, I don't. It's Formula One to me. I look at it differently. I don't think it should be so constrained to this is the package. It's Formula One, and to move forward in a society with as many people we're going to have driving cars, we need to say alternative fuels. So I don't care if your Porsche want to come in all electric. You could come in all electric into Formula One. That's fine. But if you want to come in with a hybrid system, you can come in with a hybrid system. But here's the thing. Here's the box you have to build in. And this would be my vision. And what I think would make it would be so great and so attractive is the box you build it in is just that, Johnny, the carbon footprint. You can only lay this kind of carbon footprint. You can only dig this much earth up to build the battery to run your electric car. You can only put this much, CO2 back into the planet, into the atmosphere. When you were building that box, now all of a sudden we would get a huge advancement in all our automobiles and all our modes of transportation. But when we make them, everyone's got to build the same hybrid package. Everyone's got to build the same.
There's no development.
To me, I think it's just very constricted to some of the most creative minds on this planet that could advance us so much faster if they were given kind of a bigger box to play in. And that's where I get kind of frustrated with our rules makers in all of motorsports is we want to sit inside these smaller boxes when, like the Indianapolis 500, that was what that was about. It was about innovation. You brought, the turbine cars, diesel cars. They had electric cars there at one point, believe it or not. This is that it was all about innovation, and that went away as it started to be built inside a box. Now it's completely spec racing, except for you can pick a Honda or a Chevrolet engine. And so I think, me personally, I would like to see motorsports take a different, more responsible approach towards our future and start being more relevant, like you said, Johnny Green. But the best way to be that way is to open up to all the alternative fuels. Let's see who builds the baddest package out there and who propels it the best.
You're absolutely right. I still think I think the public wants right now their supercars to be hybrids. I think they want them to have internal combustion engines, but like a 918 or a LaFerrari, the next generation of all that. You talk about, Adam, all the different ways to do it. What about that? What was it, a McMurtry at Goodwood, that fan car? I know that. But we all got totally flipped out about that car because it was something different. And I think that if we did have the ability to say, all right, you can use batteries or you can use graphene supercapacitors. You can use whatever you want to use to make all that. But
I got one other thing. It can't be the size of a new Ford F-150 like Lewis Hamilton's car. You can't park those in downtown London.
Yeah. All right, guys, we got to sneak a break in. When we come back, we're going to talk about the cool stuff that happened at COTA this week. You're listening to Sunday Night with Speed City. Back after this.